you up long. I'm going to do a little quickie audio clip with you now, brother, and then I'm going to go get a pic of you and your car. Is that okay?
Perfect.
Awesome. You did a nice job. You looked a little worn out on the bull ring show last night. Were you a little tired and worn out?
I was.
Every fucking one of you all kind of, and I'm not to say defend you, all look like it's been hot all week and you've been working. Everybody looked kind of worn out.
Week. Yeah, we finished the car like probably 11:30 the night before, and then I woke up next morning. So yesterday I worked all morning and then came up middle of the day after. So just long week.
I could tell, brother.
Couple weeks, really.
I could kind of tell. Texas race fans, I'm going to start our day here on Friday, day one at the Oxford 250 with Derrick Griffith from Hudson, New Hampshire. Derrick's kind of just rebuilding momentum here in 2021, if you'd agree. Won down the Motor Mountain Masters at Jennerstown and beginning to string together some good runs on the Super Late Model, and of course, probably 3 feet off the ground with what you did at Gateway here recently. But let's shift the focus, if we could, back, Derrick, to the SLM deal. For the longest time, you and I always discussed about was how you kind of dreaded coming to this place. There's so many tracks up and down the eastern seaboard that you have no difficulty with. But yet this one, I even detected last night that you didn't have a shitload of confidence in your pocket really quite yet here. Talk to me. Do you have a lot of confidence in your pocket coming into this thing or no?
I think our program itself is really good. It's just this track is just notorious for taking people through the ringer, or takes you for a loop over and over and over again. So it's hard to bank on anything here. Like there is no guarantees here at all. No matter how good you are, no matter how many races you won here, there's no guarantees. So especially 250, you might have a bad draw and your car ain't quick enough on new tires to get in. You could have a really good car that goes away in 15 laps. It's just the nature of this place. I don't know. I mean, you heard everyone talk about it last night. Just nobody really seems to have that, like, I'm going to go out and win confidence. And I just don't think it exists here.
So many variables, and because the track is so finicky. We'll go through some wicked changes in the amount of bite out there in the next 3 days, right? Because we're going to have a summer-like day today. Then we're going to go to fall the next couple of days and cool, maybe upper 60s, cloud cover, maybe chance of showers coming in Sunday. So you guys will do some cranking around on a lot of stuff. You'll have to make some adjustments in the next few days, won't you?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Today's kind of like, let's just make sure the car's doing what it's supposed to be doing, and then the next couple days are really the important days. We want to get out there, make sure there's nothing crazy going on with it. It's been probably about a year since we've been here at Oxford, so so we got
reacclimated. Got to get reacclimated.
I know, yeah, exactly. It's funny coming from Gateway last weekend. It's like this weekend has a lot less pressure, believe it or not. Like, it's coming to the 250 with less pressure is like doesn't make sense to me.
Scale of racing in it, so as I understand.
It's funny because it's a different scale of racing, but I think the competition here is you can't compare this competition here to any other place in the country other than for the Derby.
Was it wild to you to hear Bubba talk about the Derby being ruined by those ringer crew members and how he feels? To me, I interpret between the lines from Bubba that he feels this thing's as big as the Derby ever was, or maybe a little bigger. Do you feel the same way? Yeah,
it's cool to see. Sure, I think the Derby kind of brings the best of the best across the whole entire country. Maybe due to timing more than anything else. Kind of off season for everyone in the whole country.
Right.
But
this one's more regional in a way.
This is a lot more regional, but you have all the guys that are the ringers that have come through over the years. I mean, you got guys like Kyle Busch, Kevin Harvick that have won this race. So, I mean, no slouches are going to come here and not. It's interesting to see the field here, but it's cool to see, like, Pensacola, you're not going to see a weekly guy go down there and win the Derby. It just doesn't happen. It's unfortunate, but you get people there with double stacker trailers that have $10,000 hired crews.
Weekly guy doesn't have a shot.
Doesn't have a shot.
Whereas here, Dave Farringtons of the world, those kind of guys, they may pull it off.
Oh yeah, yep, and it's happened over and over again. I mean, we're sitting right next to the Robbins. He's won this thing, and he's been a weekly guy his whole life here. They've come here and won this, and I mean, I remember one year Scott McDaniels. I don't know if he's ever won a pass race before, but he led like 120 laps here one year and brought home 15 grand. I'm like, it's amazing. That happens here. That doesn't happen at the Derby.
There's still a home field advantage here, isn't there?
Yes. Oh, yeah, of course. Even just, there's an experience advantage here. Whether you've been here or not makes a big difference. And it depends. You can work all day on the car and go the wrong way and not even know it. So if you can know what you need here, that's huge.
You're ahead of the game. That way you don't chase, right? You have a plan. So you boys at LCM got a designated plan here, I'm sure, for the next few days.
We do, yeah. Today's going to be go out, ride around, make sure everything, we got a motor that we just got in for this race. Just make sure everything's working the way it should. Make sure all our travels are good. Get try a couple shock changes. We'll see, make sure our changes are there. That way for tomorrow when we have our tires that we're going to run on and everything. We got our changes all set, ready to slap on, roll out, go, see what it does.
Well, buddy, thanks for taking a couple minutes for me. I'm going to be back hounding it throughout the course of the weekend. Texas race fans are going to gain an interest in this thing, and you're going to be one I'm going to use to convey that. So thanks, buddy.
No, my pleasure. Hopefully you guys will be watching.
All right. Damon, appreciate it, man.
No problem. Thank you
Wow.
guys.
No problem. Listen,